All right, let's talk about one of the most perfect shapes in the entire universe, the circle. I know, it looks simple, right? But what's amazing is that every single circle, no matter how big or small, is governed by the same powerful, unchanging rules. And by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what they are.
So to get started, here's a little question for you. What do a pizza, a bicycle wheel, and, planet Earth all have in common? Yeah, they're all circles, obviously. But the real connection is this hidden mathematical secret that connects every single one of them, no matter their size.
So first things first, let's actually uncover that universal secret. We're about to crack the hidden code that's literally built into the DNA of every circle that exists.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. From a tiny little coin to a gigantic star, every single circle you could ever imagine shares the exact same mathematical property. It's a constant of the universe, just hiding there in plain sight.
So what is this big secret? Well, it all comes down to one single, incredibly powerful number that unlocks everything. It's time to talk about the magic of pi.
Okay, so what is pi really? It's actually way simpler than you might think. It's just a ratio. If you take any circle at all, and you measure the distance all the way around it, that's the circumference, and then you divide that number by the distance straight across the middle, the diameter, you get pi.
And here is the truly mind-blowing part. It does not matter if your circle is the size of a wedding ring or the size of a galaxy. That ratio, circumference divided by diameter, never, ever changes. It is always the same number. That incredible consistency is what makes pi so powerful. And that magic number is 3.14159, and it just keeps on going, forever, without repeating. Now, for most of what we need to do, we can just shorten it to a nice clean 3.14. This little number is the key that unlocks the whole code.
Okay, now that we have our key, let's actually put it to use. First up, we're going to figure out how to measure that journey around the circle. In other words, its circumference.
You know, the easiest way to wrap your head around circumference is to just picture building a fence around a circular yard. The total length of fence you'd need to buy? Yep, that's the circumference. In the formula to figure it out, it's beautifully simple. Circumference, which we call c, just equals pi times the diameter, or d. That's it. If you know how wide a circle is, you instantly know the distance all the way around it.
So, how are you going to remember that forever? Easy. Just think of this silly little phrase. Cherry pie is delicious. See? C for circumference, P for pi, and D for diameter. C equals pi times D. You'll never forget it now.
Oh, and just a real quick clarification here. The diameter is the full distance across the circle. The radius is just half of that, from the center point out to the edge. So since the diameter is just two radiuses, radii, put together, you'll sometimes see the formula written as c equals 2 times pi times r. It's the exact same thing, just a different way of writing it.
Okay, we've totally mastered the outside of the circle. So now, let's go inside. We're going to use pi again, but this time to figure out the total space inside the circle. You know, its area.
And what's the best way to think about area? Pizza, of course. If the circumference was the crust, then the area is all the good stuff inside. The cheese, the sauce, the pepperoni. It's the total surface you get to enjoy. The formula for area is just as elegant. Area, or A, equals pi times the radius squared. Now pay attention here. Notice we're using the radius this time, not the diameter. That's a really important difference.
And of course, you know we've got a mnemonic for this one too. If cherry pie is delicious, well, it only makes sense that apple pies are too. A for area, P for pi, and R for radius, squared. A equals pi r squared.
Now, hang on. I have to give you a quick but really important warning because this is the #1 spot where people trip up. You have to follow the order of operations. The formula is pi times the radius squared. That means you absolutely must square the radius, multiply it by itself, first, before you do anything with pi. Okay, let's walk through one together. Let's say our circle has a radius of 4. Step 1, square the radius first. So 4 times 4 gives us 16. Step 2, now we bring in pi. We multiply 3.14 by 16, and that gives us our area, about 50.24. See? Just remember, square it first, then multiply.
All right, let's pull all of this together. You've basically just built your very own circle toolkit. Let's lay it all out, side by side, so it's crystal clear.
So here it is. Circumference is the distance around, like a fence, and its formula is c equals pi d.
Area is the space inside, like a pizza, and its formula is A equals pi r squared. Two totally different measurements, two simple formulas, and both of them unlocked by our old friend pi.
And that's really the beauty of it all. All you need is one single measurement, either how wide the circle is or how far it is from the center to the edge, and our constant friend pi. With just those two things, you now have the power to master any circle in the entire universe.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If one simple, endless number could unlock all the secrets of a shape as perfect and fundamental as the circle, what other incredible mathematical keys are out there, just waiting for us to find them, hiding right under our noses?